Yeah, it was a very close fight.
So
hopefully this year he's ready to redeem himself. But yeah, it'll be an interesting fight to play out because I've seen Dan a couple of times on the sparring days.
Yeah, I believe he's had 5 sparring days now, so he's been boxing for a bit. He's been boxing for about 3 years. Used to box back in Wigan as well. James as well. He's had 3 bouts before, so this will be his 4th bout now.
Yeah.
So he's got, in terms of arguably who's the favourite, you could say James in terms of the boxing bout experience, but it really could go either way. And to be honest, I think this personally will be one of my most anticipated fights for tonight.
Yeah, 100%. If I'm not mistaken as well, you live with James, don't you?
Yeah, he's my housemate to be fair, so it's a bit of a toss-up here because, you know, biases aside, he is my housemate, so, and I am uni of, so it's a bit of a toss-up here.
He's got an experienced boxer in his corner as well, James. Jack's had many amateur fights, so I'm sure he'll be guided through the fight correctly.
Both fighters around the same size and height, so reach won't be much of a distance. Dan's in straight away with the jab.
I think it's just important for James to settle on the back foot with the jab. Yeah, just as he's doing there. Controlling the centre of the ring. Not looking flustered out there.
Yeah, it's keeping Dan at the corner right now against the ropes.
Good straight hand by Dan.
Dan should try to move to his right a bit more, use that southpaw, use that lead foot to lead to the right a bit more.
He's taking a very low guard though, Dan. We'll leave him open for counters, just like James.
Quite a few
is doing
trades
right
there,
now.
but James seems to be on top, pushing Dan back a bit now by the ropes. Good counter.
Picking his
Dan.
shots though nicely, Jen.
And again, James controlling the corner. Dan against the ropes again, getting pushed back. He's for a bit more. Keep his guard a bit tighter, I think, as well.
Yeah, James looks really comfortable. Sitting in a very comfortable gear right now. Dan came out very quickly, quite aggressive.
That's a good jab back there. Backhand, sorry. Two good counters there. And that's
so far.
Dan is taking quite a lot of punishment. I could see potentially a standing 8 coming. He needs to fall back a bit more now. He needs to get his guard up for a bit more shots. Get back to the centre because right now James seems to be on top right now.
Yeah, he's very much controlling the fight right now, setting the pace. Dan's working with him, but it's very difficult to work on the outside of the ropes constantly when you're having pressure applied
James
to you.
Stepping back a bit, keeping his guards a bit tighter now. Dan again with his backhand. I think from the shots that Dan's landed, he's worked better with his backhand, slipping the outside from the backhand, his left hand through the middle.
Yeah, he certainly seems more comfortable within the second
that's
half
a good
of that
finish.
round. Yeah, nice.
I would say round 1, that was at the start. I think I would give that to James from the Hallam corner. Dan came back a bit towards the end. He was using his backhand a lot better. He was stepping out to the outside, throwing that left hand back, pushing James back a bit to the middle. But yeah, I think the work rate gives James Cole the first round, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you there as well. James seemed very comfortable, controlling the ring. Dan very much boxed on the back foot, like you said.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he comes out in the second round. You can see Jack telling him to throw more hooks, which I'd agree with. He was very much throwing straight shots.
James, I mean, I've had 2 sparring days before with him, lost both times, and I tell you what, he's more of a boxer who shoots down the middle, throws left, jab, cross, those kind of combinations. He doesn't throw too many shots, doesn't throw many hooks on the outside or anything like that.
I think it will be a good idea for both fighters to maybe drop down to the body.
Yeah, well,
both of them have been very head hungry.
Not seen any body shots so far.
Yeah, there we go, straight off down, jab to the solar plexus upstairs.
Oh, he caught him
by James.
James caught him again. James has got Dan on the ropes.
Needs to be careful though.
Dan's nose is already looks like it's bleeding a bit. If I know what quite well, unfortunately Dan's nose is quite susceptible to nosebleeds, so he's going to watch out for that.
Yeah, James needs to be careful when he catches him because he can get caught whilst going in.
And again, James on the front foot.
Yeah, Dan's hands are all the way down, leaving him open.
Dan needs to get his hands up. Dan needs to get his hands up now. If you're standing 8, get your hands up. Look towards the ref if you can. Look like he's ready to get back into that fight.
Yeah, James will put on the gas now, I reckon.
Apply the
pressure.
This is where James can throw a few hooks now. This is the opportunity when Dan's a bit on the ropes. You can let your hands go a bit more than he is right now.
you have to remember though, Stefan, when you miss the power shots, it takes a lot of energy out of you.
That's true. That's true.
So Dan needs to be, not Dan, sorry, James needs to stay very composed.
That's a good left hand from Dan again, using that backhand. I think again, most of the shots Dan is landing is with that left hand. So that is the money shots. Step on the outside, throw the backhand down the middle.
Swiping the blood off his nose.
I guess very unfortunate for Dan, because, I mean, he's told me this before, just a little jab to his nose can set it off just like that. And, you know, in Varsity where you're using 12-ounce gloves, it's not the same as sparring. There's a lot more power on those punches. Yeah. So nosebleeds like that are more common to happen.
I agree, but if you're going to go swimming, you're going to get wet. If you're going to go boxing, you're going to get punched. So
live by the sword, by
part of the sport.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Lovely shot from James there.
And again, catching Dan off guard now. Against the ropes.
He keeps him in the corner there. He might be able to force a standing 8, but they're both trading right now.
That might be another standing 8 coming now. No. Dan really needs to throw back and get out of that corner. Step to his right, tries to get back to the middle.
Again though, James is looking really comfortable. Even when he's getting caught, it's not breaking his rhythm. Staying very
Dan's throwing a bit more, but he can't stay by the ropes because he can't move back. He's got limited movement from where he is. That's a good uppercut now. And Dan's now on the front foot. James is on the back foot now against the ropes. All right. That was a good finish for Dan towards the end.
I'd still give that round to James though. Although Dan finished that round strongly, I don't think it was enough to win the favour of the judges.
I would agree. I think Dan might have to look for potentially a finish in the third round. It was a lot closer towards the end though, in the last 30 seconds. He landed a good, nice left uppercut towards the end, and that caught James really well and pushed him back. But yeah.
Again, got Gav for the Uni of Sheffield City coach. All the coaches from Sheffield City are amazing.
You couldn't have
with both unis. You couldn't have better coaches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then Jack also boxes for that amateur club as well.
Yeah.
Also coaches for it on a Thursday night. So again, he knows his stuff as well. So both of them, they're in good hands, capable hands. I think it'll be very interesting to see how this third round plays out.
Last round. Dan's come back in straight away now.
I think it's important for James not to look for a finish. Hopefully Jack will have told him that he's up on points.
That's some good shots from Dan now. He's really swinging a bit now. A few more shots to the body, which is nice, mixing up a bit. A good left hook there. But again, James on the front foot right now.
Lovely body shot by James there, slipping under the left hook.
Nice little slip from Dan. Nice backhand again. That's good, that's better from Dan. Now he needs to go forward. He's landing some good shots, but he can't stay there.
There we go.
And James is coming back again. It's been a bit of a slugfest right now.
Yeah, James needs to bring his hands back to his guard when he's throwing, but as you can tell, both of them are very tired from the look of their body
a lot of
language.
energy used in the first two rounds.
Exactly. So it's just about who wants it more in this third round. Dan,
they're clinching a bit now.
Yeah, Dan seems to be holding on now. James just being told by the ref to stop pushing, keeping his hands out. I'm sure he'll take that on board. James backing off now.
James backing off now. He's trying to be a bit more conservative with his punches, holding him back. Also, obviously, exhaustion plays a part in this as well. James is definitely tired. So is Dan.
So is Dan, though. He's had his hands down for the entirety of this fight.
You can see that nose again, bleeding a bit again.
But still landing some scoring punches. So
that was a nice little uppercut there.
Again, 2 punches there, straight to the chin. I think it's important for when James has him against the ropes and in the corner that he uses that, picks his shots carefully.
Yeah, that's the right opportunity right there to get the best shots out.
Keep him there, but backing off when he's in the corner, it's not a great idea. You've got him exactly where you want him.
Now they're really trading, but James is getting the more of the shots there, and that's the end of the round. And what a good fight that was.
Yeah, both boxers can be proud of how they performed there. Really well done to both of them.
Both of them look absolutely exhausted, and I don't blame them. Now it's a lot of effort put in those 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's such a great feeling when that final bell rings.
Yeah, complete relief there.
Yeah, complete relief on both of them. It'll be interesting to see how the judges score this one. My guess, I'd say unanimous decision to James. However, I can see how it could be a split.
I would personally give first round to James. The second round was a bit of a toss-up, and potentially third round to James. But that's my own personal opinion. It could be very much different to what decision we're going to get now.
Yeah, that's the only way I see it. Rounds 2 and 3 were very much a brawl, exchanging punches left, right, and centre.
So we're about to find out the decision now. Referee, the judge, the announcer has got his results. Oh, a split decision. All right. And what a win that is for Uniov. That was unexpected.
Yeah, I think James has come short again of a very unfair split decision there.
Yeah, no, I'm very surprised for that. Yeah. Hopefully he can bounce back from that decision. And no, but congratulations to Dan. I believe his family is watching from France. So hello to the Jarvis family. Congratulations to Jarvis. And yeah, I mean, what a fight that was. So
that now brings the score, if I'm correct, to 5-2?
I believe it is. Yeah, it's 5-2. Yeah, currently 5-2. So
yeah. Hallam basically needs to win.
Yeah,
every fight.
Yeah. Next fight now, if that goes to Uniov, I believe that will be Uniov's win. So hopefully for Hallam's sake they can bounce back, but we'll have to see. So right now we've got, I believe, Daniel Miles from Hallam. Ollie, do you know anything about this boxer at all?
No, I've seen him in training. He looks quite composed, quite confident.
Yeah.
Busy with the jab. So hopefully he just, again, sticks to the basics of the first round. Stay composed, work off that jab, find your rhythm, bounce punches off it. But yeah, we'll see. Anything can change. I mean, for most people on Varsity, this is their first bout. Yeah. And obviously your first bout being, what, in front of 1,000 plus people, the pressure can get to a lot of people.
Bit daunting, yeah, from our own experience. From our own experience as well. I mean, we've got Jack entering the ring now, entering the octagon now. Jack's, I believe this is his third bout he has had.
Yeah, he competed in Bucks in January this year.
This is going to be his third bout,
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart, Jack.
No, I've seen him train a lot, especially in the morning sessions with Calamberto and Brendan as well, in the morning sessions, as well as the uni sessions. He's been doing a lot of boxers only sessions as well in the evenings, so he's really been putting the effort in. He's also the social sec for one of the 3 social secs for University of Sheffield, so I'm sure he'll be enjoying a nice little pint after this, regardless of how it goes. But yeah,
I think that's the main thing as well when it comes to these fights. The main priority is that everybody just gets out safely.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Everyone can enjoy their night afterwards.
Yeah.
But whilst you're in there for the 6 minutes,
it's complete war.
Exactly.
You're not friends in the ring for that long. For that time.
Both of them look very ready to fight though.
Yep. Dan's hands already right up, shaking about a bit with his hands, getting himself really into the fight now.
I think that's one of the important things to do before a fight as well. Is, I know it sounds quite hard to do, but to stay relaxed.
Yeah. Don't tense up too much before a fight.
Big cheer from the Uniov crowd there. I think we should get ready for an absolute war, Stefan.
Yep. Well, I believe both fighters are around 82 kilos. This is definitely one of the heavier bouts tonight.
Yeah, some big power punches coming in. If I was to guess, I'd guess Jack to come out swinging. Put on the pressure straight away if it's anything similar to what he did in Bucks this year. But we'll see. We're about to find out. Bout number 8, about to start.
Here we go. It's nice little left hand from Dan.
Hook there.
Down to the body already. And I think, was that a trip?
Yeah, ref ruled that as a no knockdown.
I believe that was a trip, I didn't see any connection there. He's lost balance there, feet came together.
Never mind, he's given it as a count. Ruled it as a trip, then gave it as a count.
Yeah, I thought that was a trip. I don't know why he gave him a standing 8 for that.
We'll see.
Jack's back on it again.
I think it's
and again, look, his head's a bit down there, Dan. He needs to put his head a bit further up now, because if you're looking down to the floor, you can't see the rest of your opponents, and I believe that is also a foul.
Yeah, I think it's quite important for the Hallam fighter to just stay composed now.
And it's a nice right hook from Jack.
Jack hits hard, he's experienced.
A few body shots down there, going down to the body, up to the head of the right hook. And again with that right hook, the uni off lock, trying to knock him out.
Yeah, as usual, the crowd hostile as ever.
That's what it is like. That's what it's like in Varsity.
It's not what you want though in a Varsity.
Yeah.
You know, most of these fighters, they train in the same gym. I think that's what's special about Sheffield City Boxing Club.
That's a good point.
Hallam Uni and University of
a lot of boxers know each other outside the ring.
And it's about respect as well between the two fighters.
A few more good shots from Dan, throwing back with that left hook over the top. I think the ref is warning Jack about grabbing Dan a few times there.
I think it's important for this first round to be over for Dan.
Yeah.
As I think he'll need a good talking to by Richard in the corner. Again, he's had amateur boxing experience. He also coaches the Hallam Uni sessions. So, but yeah, Jack does hit very hard.
Let's see what we can get from here. Jack turns Dan around, and yeah, that was a very close first round.
I'd say Jack dominated that first round.
I'd edge towards Jack for first round, but he
looked very comfortable.
Yeah.
Didn't really go through the gears that much. You can see him on the chair. He doesn't look too out of breath, whereas the Hallam fight, he's looking slightly flustered. But he's still in it. You know, there's still 2 rounds. Anything can happen. It only takes one punch to change the outcome of a fight.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Jack was a lot tighter there. He was a lot more composed, keeping his shape. A few times he was putting his head a bit down towards the floor. Sometimes you got to keep it up. I know when you're throwing body shots, you want to look towards that body. Yeah. But you have to keep looking towards the top of the chest. Look at your opponent's face and see what he's doing, looking what he's throwing back at you.
I think it's important as well for the Hallam fighter to not dive in.
Yeah.
And if he is going to dive in, he needs to dive in with his hands up, because he's getting caught with a couple of powerful punches, and that's not something you want to do when you know you're fighting at 82 kilos, because it's a heavy weight, lots of power behind those punches.
Exactly.
So he needs to keep his feet underneath him, work on his shape, work on his position, and see if he can take that through into the next 2 rounds.
So here comes the second round.
There we go. Nice start off with the jab, moving away, moving on the outside. That's what we want to see.
You don't have to throw haymakers each time.
Having some success there, breaking down Jack with a jab.
And again, Dan now pushing Jack backwards now. Lands a few shots.
It's important for him not to go chasing him though. You don't want to follow him around the ring. You want to work on cutting him off in the ring. Make the space behind him less.
Nice little jab to the body.
But yeah, definitely.
Hook just missed there.
Yeah, Dan definitely started off that second round a little bit more composed, and he's continuing to do it throughout the round, to be fair to him.
Jab landed there again.
Yeah, and then having success as well. The jab cross, both of them landing very nicely.
It seems both fighters are kind of trading here a bit in terms of shots. Both of them landing 1 or 2 shots, defending and then countering to each other's shots.
I'm liking Dan's new strategy though now. He's jabbing, he's moving, he's being selective with his punches.
He's keeping a lot calm this round, which is what you want. You don't want to throw out all your energy in the first round.
Lovely right hook to the body and back upstairs with a left hook. He's dancing around him on the outside of the ropes.
Right hand to the body again.
You can see the right.
That right connected right on his nose, I think.
Yeah, you can see the right hand of the right eye of Jack turning slightly red. So Dan is having some success with the punches that he's thrown to the face, especially with that jab there. Another 2 jabs. They're scoring punches. You know, you could throw a jab the entire fight, and you know you can win.
Yeah, you just keep your opponent away from you. Land that jab. It's still scoring points. In boxing, you're supposed to hit your opponent more times than they hit you.
Don't get hit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a jab or hook. If you're landing, you're landing.
I think it's important for Dan not to try and stand in the middle and trade with Jack though. Jack is a very hard hitter, and it's not something that you need to do. I mean, that round was 10 times better than how he started in the first round.
Much better improvement there. I think, again, a bit of a toss-up there in terms of who won that round. I'm not going to make any judgments there, but yeah, Dan was working a lot better with that jab.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
And he was a lot more composed than he was in the first rounds.
Yeah.
I think Gav has given a little prep talk to Jack this final rounds. Maybe to let his hands go a bit more. He seems to have a bit more of the power shots that are landing. So he might want to throw more of his hooks to the head. He was also going down to the body a few times to try to go upstairs, downstairs.
I think it's quite a common mistake for fighters having their first fights as well.
Yeah.
They are always very head hungry. Sometimes it's nice to try and draw your opponent's guard up and down, find the gaps, land the clean shots.
Everyone's been hit in the sternum or
round 3 of
below the stomach. You know how much it hurts. Cheers.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah. Just taking the stool down there, a little bit behind. Nice jab there from Jack.
On the jab again.
It's about who wants it more in this third round. Both of them starting off quite timid.
Yeah, a bit more conservative.
Jack had a bit of sense of Dan's power there in the second round. Lovely right hook there.
Right hook there, that landed clean, I think. On that jab again. Good body shot. And he's got Dan against the ropes now.
Good right hook there from
Dan fires back. Tries to reclaim the centre.
It's really important for Dan to stay out of the punition from there. Uniov spitting their gummy out. They want the breasts.
Shit. Gummy should just came out there, yeah.
Nice little 10-second break there.
Best opportunity now for Dan to really catch his breath, breathe through his nose, out his mouth. Try to get the last bit of energy for this last minute.
Big finish needed from Dan here, I reckon. But again, most of these bouts have been pretty even. Again, I wouldn't agree with a couple of the decisions that were made earlier.
Yeah,
especially with that James fight. I think James was hard done by again.
Both decisions that I think went against Uniov and Hallam. So, for the sake of balance. Oh!
That's not
and Dan is on the floor.
That's not a knockdown. I didn't know we were playing rugby.
Again, that was a bit of...
Honestly,
bit of a grappling there. I think that was less of a shot, but more of a grapple that got him onto the floor. Then, and they're back on it again. I think Jack has the advantage this round. He's got a sense of the middle. He's got the sense of the ring.
Yeah, Dan's been on the floor 2 times now. One of them was a slip. One of them was a standing 8. You know, it knocks the confidence of the fighters. But you know,
and that's a good right hand, and he's got Dan against the ropes. The clinch again. The referee warns him.
Head up, yeah.
The knock you out chance are coming back now.
Yeah, I think those punches will be enough to secure Jack the win here, if I'm being completely honest.
That's the last 10 now, so they really have to throw everything they got.
Big right hand by Dan there.
From both boxes. And what a good finish that was there.
Yeah, Jack really found his confidence again in round 3. Round 2, I think, had him a big shot, had a sense of what Dan could do. But then he regained himself, worked well in round 3. And especially towards the end, those can be the defining factors to a win for the judges. You finish the fight well, you start off strong.
Exactly.
That's exactly what Jack did.
You want a strong finish. Yeah, you want a strong start and a strong finish.
Yeah, so that's what the judges will pick up on, and sometimes that's enough to win a split decision. And if it does go to a split decision, my money would be on Jack.
Yeah, well, we've seen how decisions have been going recently, so I'm not going to make any bets at all which way this is going to go. But I believe if this bout goes to Uniov, that will be Uniov's victory for tonight, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I agree. But there's still 3-4 more fights to go. This will go to Jack, I reckon. Oh!
All right.
Wow.
Okay. So the decision went to Hallam, and they are still in this competition.
Brilliant. Amazing. As a Hallam student, that's what I want to see.
The competition is still on. So I believe, is that it's now 5-3?
5-3.
Yeah.
5-3 with 3 or 4 more fights to go?
Yeah, I believe so. We've got Edin versus Santiago, then Ben Chosen versus Jack Price, and Kaylin Curtis versus Mitchell Jones.
Sison was supposed to compete last year on Varsity, however he was injured, so he had to make a quick pull-out. However, as you can see, again, moving up the weight category, Sison packs a heavy punch. I've sparred him a couple of times in body sparring. Heavy hitter.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see what Uniov's stature's like. I have no idea what he looks like.
Well, these boxes will be the heaviest of tonight. They are weighing about 86 kilos. 86 so you won't get much heavier than this tonight.
Yeah, so for Sison's height, he's quite heavy for his height. So Uniov are likely to have a reach advantage.
Edlin's entering the octagon now. He's been at Sheffield City for quite a while, actually. He's been here since 2021. Oh. He's got family from India watching the stream, as well as friends from Manchester, Barrow, Stoke, Liverpool and Australia. So pretty much across the country and across the world. So best of luck for him tonight. I believe he also trained for Varsity back in 2023 as well. So whilst he didn't compete that year, he's got quite a bit of experience with boxing and training for Varsity.
Again, he's got Jack in his corner. Sison again, looking quite composed, bouncing up and down again. Important at the start of the bout.
Beating his chest. It looks like he's definitely ready for this fight. And then trying to get the Union crowd going as well. That's what you like to see as well. Really get the crowd behind you.
Again, just whilst we're waiting for this fight to start, I think it's really important to mention the factor that Sheffield City Amateur Boxing Club plays into putting this show on.
Yeah, no,
their coaches come down, props to them, all of them so amazing in what they do. As you can see,
Sison's really locking in for this.
Yeah. Looking forward
He's smiling as well.
It'll be an interesting fight if this goes Hallam's way.
The big game very close. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh. Both boxers getting ready now.
Yeah, Jack giving
Ollie Webster giving a pat on the back to them there.
Yeah, again, Ollie Webster, a frequent boxer in Sheffield City, knows what he's doing, had plenty of experience.
He's been here for ages.
Hands, yeah.
And Edin straight in. Both
lovely right hand by Sison there, landed flush on the left side of Union boxer's face. I think it's important for Sison to work on that jab, lift those hands up.
Oh, and now it's a few shots there from Edin. I'm not sure if Sison was trying to work on his head movement there, but he caught a few times. They're breaking a bit there, a bit of a clinch. Referee just gives a little warning to Edin.
It's just important for both of them to settle into the fight. I've said it a few times.
Not diving in.
Yeah, not diving
Edin's looking... Santiago, Sison's looking for the body.
Sison's covered up though.
But he's now against the ropes
Big
now.
Big left hook there.
A few shots. I think that's the gum shield just came out there.
Yeah, Sison needs to keep his hands up.
It's opportunity now for Edin to get a few breaths in before he starts again.
It's really important for Sison to keep his hands up throughout this fight.
Apparently a bit of talking there.
Yeah, talking back to the referee. It's never going to do you any favours.
The back in now again.
There we go. Sison's got his hands raised now.
He needs to get his head up a bit more than that, I think.
He's looking for that big overhand right. But as you can see, his shape is way better now. Nice jab there, pushing Edin back a little bit. Slipping the shots.
And Sison's got Edin against the ropes there, but he was not throwing much at all. He needs to let his hands go a bit more, and that's better now. And
nice
that was a good job. That landed clean. And that was a big right. Yeah. That was a big right hook there as well.
Don't be fooled. Those stiff jabs do damage as well. They're not nice to be on the receiving end of. Ooh,
and Edin's really unloading there.
Again. Sison
really needs to fall back there.
Needs to keep his gum shield in. Bite down on it.
Both boxers back into it now.
I think again this is going to be one of the cases where the cornermen in Hallam boxing, they're going to come into play. I think Jack's going to have some good conversations with Sison after this first round, and hopefully we'll see what happened in the Dan fight where Dan found his confidence. Hopefully that'll be the same with Sison here. Came out a little bit flustered, but he finished the round strong, and
it was
nothing between it there, I'd say.
Yeah, no, that was a close first round. I would edge it towards Edin for that one. Just at times, I think Sison was getting caught against the ropes and not throwing much back. and that's quite negative body language to the judges as well, so you have to take into account that. But to be fair, Sison did land a few shots there as well, 1 or 2 jabs down the middle, and I think right now the cornerman will be telling him to try to keep himself a bit calmer as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice to see some more activity from the guy in the Hallam as well. Sison, you know, he's had his hands down, he's trying to dance around the punches. Not found much success with that, so I think he needs to rethink his game plan, hands up, play a bit of peekaboo style like Mike Tyson would.
Bit of a warning there to Sison about his words.
Yeah, again, that can give a negative effect to both the judges and the referee.
And we're back in again for round 2.
Lovely double jab there from Sison, but then again, Evelyn coming back with the same combination. Big right hand landed there.
And now they are swinging a bit again. Getting a bit close.
Nice stiff jab landed. Nice head movement there from Sison. Throw in more. Big left hook.
Against the ropes. Both fighters seem to get a bit tired now. But Sison's throwing back. That is a good few shots there.
5 shots there.
Sison was against the ropes and he threw it back.
Another 2 landed there.
And returns.
Another one. Wow. Big power shots landed there from Sison. Evelyn's doing well to stay standing from them.
Yeah, you can tell both fighters were getting
another
quite
stiff
tired.
Jab. Sison's really flicking that jab out very quickly, catching Evelyn off guard completely.
That was a good right hand there again. I think Sison might be edging this round so far. Still a bit to go though. But he's against the ropes again. This is where you don't want to be.
Yeah,
and that might switch it now in favour of Uniov with a standing 8. And while standing 8s don't count for anything, it's a good indicator where the fight is going. And the towel has been thrown in. And that is it.
Yeah.
And fair play to Sison, he threw a lot of shots in that second round, really tried to get back into it.
Yeah, it looks like he'd injured something in his arm. Jack pointing to his right arm, Sison nodding his head.
Might be some kind of shoulder injury, might have been a discolation, I have no idea from here. But yeah, good victory for Edin. And yeah, that was a good scrap there.
It's a real shame that Sison's had to withdraw from that because of that injury. He really started to build his momentum up into the second round.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's the way it is. If you're not fit enough to fight, then you can't continue.
Speaking to the ref right now, and I think it is the right shoulder. Some kind of issue with that.
So where does that bring us to the scores, Stefan, now?
So I think that gives Uniov 6-2, I think, I believe. 6-3, sorry. 6-3. So I've not been catching up.
So another 3 fights to go. Scheduled for 12 bouts.
Yeah.
So the best Hallam can do is bring a draw.
Yeah. For the people watching tonight as well, it's in the first bout of this evening. That was an exhibition bout between a Uniov fighter, Dolly Foster, versus a boxer from University of Beckett. So that didn't actually count for Varsity tonight. But the bouts that came out after that all were part of Varsity. So next fight we have tonight is Ben Choten from University of Sheffield versus Jack Price from University of Hallam. So what do you know about Jack Price from Hallam then?
Yeah, so Jack Price is down regularly, trains hard. He was down here last year actually, 2024 Varsity.
I believe,
unfortunately, he did get stopped with a nasty knockdown. However, fair play to him. He's come back into the ring this year. I'm sure he's going to give it his best shot to try and redeem himself from last year.
I tell you what, I mean, I saw that fight, and it happened in the first round where he got knocked down. And in my opinion, I think that was an early stoppage. I thought Jack could have continued from that, but that was just my own personal opinion on the fights.
That's one thing you have to remember though with amateur and professional. There's differences. Amateur, it's all about the safety of the boxers.
Yeah, of course,
Nobody wants to get injured. Nobody wants to see anything nasty happen to them.
So Choten's coming onto the octagon now, and he is probably one of the tallest fighters. He's about 6'3". This bout is between 2 boxers who are 76 kilos, so definitely one of the heavier fights again tonight. He's also notably a southpaw. We've had only, I think, 3 southpaws tonight,
Yeah.
So a bit of a difference in the style of boxing he'll have.
Yeah, it's important for Jack to work his way around the outside, really keep that left hand busy.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have...
Ben.
Yeah, Ben's right hand's obviously going to be closer to him. That's his jab in hand.
Yeah.
Jack needs to stay round the outside, keep him busy. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I believe Chilton's family is actually watching in person, so hopefully they get a good view of this fight. Other people also, other mates of his also watching from Manchester and Leeds as well. So yeah, I also play a fair bit of football with Chilton, so I know him a fair bit. He's a really sound guy, and fingers crossed for Uni, he can get a good win from this.
Yeah, so
but Jack Price as well. I mean, he's had the advantage of having a bout before, so he's been there and done it before.
Yeah, and I think that experience can be quite priceless in events such like this. You're used to the crowd. You're not gonna gas out in the first round. Fingers crossed. More composed. Again,
you think about how you performed that last amateur fight, and you apply it to your fights here.
Again, Ollie Webster in the corner for Uni of, Jack Peckett in the corner for Hallam. Like I said, both experienced boxers. Both boxers in the ring are in very capable hands by both coaches.
Both boxers touching gloves. Again, a nice little pat in the back from Ollie Webster on Chilton's back there. And they're in. It's nice right hands from Chilton.
You have to remember as well, it's for a southpaw boxer, it's more common to fight an orthodox fighter, so he's going to be more accustomed to boxing orthodox people. But Jack seems to be doing well here, firing that right hand straight down the pipe and following up with that left hook, and he's finding success.
Jack's throwing a few shots there, landed back. Chilton back on the middle of the ring now.
He's moving his head a lot as
well. Using that jab quite well there, Chilton. A good left hand, left, right.
You know, sometimes it's nice to just acknowledge that you've been hit and take that step back, regather yourself. And I think that's what a lot of the Hallam fighters need to start doing. Except and not try and throw back and trade with them so early on into the fight.
Yeah, sometimes you can take a few clean shots. You just have to get your guard up, to step back a bit and just try to recompose yourself. Don't try to throw back too much, otherwise it becomes a bit of a slugfest.
Both boxers' shape and the movement in the upper body is looking really nice as well. Jack bobbing in and out. Ooh, big right hand there.
Good right hand from Chilton there.
Again though, Jack didn't seem phased by that. Kept on pressing forward. No difference in his shape or composure. Finding success of his own with the right hand as well. Big right hand again, knocks the guard back of the Union fighter.
Just a few jabs there again. Chilton should really try to use that jab on his right hand and just load up with his left hand down the middle. That's what he's trying to do now. And his
Jack needs to get out of that corner though, or throw
back. Throwing hooks and uppercuts into him as well.
That corner is such a nasty place to be in. Nowhere to move, you've got to cover up, move out, pivot off. Try and even put your opponent back in that corner.
Uni crowd chanting Chilton's name as well. Good left hand again that lands.
Jack needs to be busy with that jab.
I'd
say that was a very 50-50 round there. Jack starting off very nicely, bobbing in and out of Uni-off boxers combinations, finding success with his jab and his cross, even with the left hook after the cross, landing a couple of times. But then towards the back end of that round, Uni-off fighter came back, more composed, like I say, backed him into the corner.
Yeah, no, I think a few slips, working on your slips, and you're working a bit of getting, obviously, Chilton is the taller boxer, so you want to work and getting very close to Chilton, because he's the taller boxer. Work some close range hooks, that kind of thing. Try to slip on the outside. Yes. But yeah, that round was very close.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say that as well, because like you said, the Uni-off boxer is taller, so you'd think that he'd box from range.
Yeah.
Keep Jack Price. Keep Jack Price at range. But you know, Jack's doing a very good way of finding way on the inside.
Yeah, that's how you win it.
Round 2 starting now. Jack again looking ready. Big right hand landed, but again,
two good left hands there, and Ben is really throwing, but Jack's firing back. There's a bit of back and forth there.
This is a really nice matchup so far. Very balanced fight. Big right hand landing there, knocking the Union fighter back towards the red corner. Again, Jack's positioning his footwork
in
and out, bouncing in and out.
Pushing Ben
hasn't stopped moving. Again, stepping back out of that. That takes out of you, missing powerful shots.
I think some shots to the body would help as well. Both boxers kind of head hunting here.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jack move more to the outside.
Good jab there. Another one there. It's funny, when you see one boxer seems to have the advantage, a few seconds later, the other boxer's got himself back forward again. A lot of back and forth here.
Yeah, there we go. That classic combination that works against southpaws. Right hand, left hook.
Slip, but then hits with the left hand
Yeah,
again.
it would be nice to see Jack add a second cross onto the end of that combination. Really catch him out, knock the head back. Can shake the confidence of the Union of Boxers.
Ooh, good left hand
again. Stiff jab landed there.
I said, just like in the Dan Jarvis fight, his left hand that Chosin's landing is what is getting him, what is getting him results right now. You see there again, the left hand, nice little uppercut. There might be a standing eight coming here, I think. Jack is still trying to get his composure back and firing back.
Fair play to Jack.
Yes,
he's staying in there, moving constantly. You can tell that his fitness is on point as well. Hasn't stopped moving. But to be fair, the same can be said about the Unov boxer. Both have been applying pressure throughout the fight.
A lot of energy in both fights, yeah.
Ooh, left hand landing flush to the right eye of Jack there.
That's left hand there to end it.
Again, I maybe edged towards the Unov fighter, but again, not a lot in that round, I'd say.
Very close, yeah.
Very close. So I think it just comes down to who wants it more in this third round. First and second round could have gone either way, in my opinion.
Like in the previous fights with Taboda versus Miles, I believe that both cornermen would be really telling each boxer to throw as many shots as possible in this last 2 minutes. Try to get the result, because it's been quite close. Really work hard, give all they got.
Jack up first before the Unov boxer, always showing a good sign to the judges and to himself, giving that confidence boost.
It's very good to see Jack also here in the third round as well. He's definitely gone the distance.
He looks comfortable. He doesn't look rocked.
Yeah,
he's taking a seat back again. Referee walking towards the middle, telling coaches to get out of the corner. Third round's just about to start now.
Both fighters back in again for round 3. Final round here.
Lovely head movements from
Jack using the head movements. That's what he wants to be doing.
Just great. Oh, and big right hand landed
good right hand there.
Again, Unov boxer not phased at all.
They're both taking some big hits. They're still going.
Yeah,
just
very
what you like to see.
Very nice technical matchup here that we've seen tonight.
Again, some body shots there.
Oh, lovely shot from Jack.
Right hands.
Jack needs to apply the pressure now, though.
I think Ben really felt that. He tried to fall back
again,
a bit.
Push him up against the ropes, work the body. But again, towards the final round of the fight, people are exhausted. It's about conserving that energy, seeing yourself through to the final bell. But Jack
trying to chant for
really turning it up here. Another right hand landed.
Ben firing back a bit now.
Lovely head movement.
But I will say, Jack's head movement's been very impressive tonight.
Yeah, Jack's been very agile on the ropes,
as
well as closing that range as well, using that head movement, avoiding the punches, and then coming back up, firing punches of his own.
Another jab there. Right hand, sorry.
But he needs to keep his hands up, because when he's going in, he's getting caught by those shots that we've just seen, just like that.
A good left hand there. I really think this is Jack's round, and he might be turning this fight around. I really think he's turning this fight around.
He needs to push him back, though. He doesn't want to be in that corner.
But Ben, again, not giving up, firing back again down the middle. And that's a few shots
throw,
again now. This could really change in a minute, in an instance.
Jack needs to throw.
And Jack, I think, is tiring out a bit
Jack
now.
needs to throw punches, otherwise the ref will stop standing.
Chilton again with that jab through the middle. The last 10 now, the
big right hand
boxers
landed.
really have to go for it now.
Jack needs to get out of that corner and throw.
As much energy.
Lovely head movement
Good,
towards the end there.
Two hooks there. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, that was a close fight, and I had no idea who was going to win that one. I think that would go to splits, personally.
Yeah, I'd say definitely a split decision, but I'm not going to say in favour of who, because as we've seen from the past 3 times, it's been the complete opposite.
Results have not been going as we expected.
Yeah, I think it's best if me and you just keep our mouths shut and let the referee announce the decision. The announcer, sorry.
But yeah, in terms of technique, I think that was probably one of my favourite fights of the evening.
Yeah, I'd agree. That was a very pretty fight to watch.
You've had absolute wars early on, like especially with people like Ibrahim versus Sebastian. But I think here it was more technique that really caught your eye in this fight.
Yeah, it was a very nice display of boxing. But yeah, I'd agree with you on a split decision, Stefan. But you know what? I'm just going to stop trying at this point.
And it's Chilton's win.
Which means Uniov wins Varsity.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. And what a good fight that was. And Chilton is very jubilant right now, smiling to the crowd. A fist bump there to Gav and Ollie as well. But yeah, I mean, again, I thought that might have gone to split, but we are not the judges at the end.
I wouldn't say that was a unanimous decision. I thought that was quite an evenly displayed bit of boxing. But judges know better than me, that's why they're qualified, so that's why they're left to do the decision making.
Apparently so.
Definitely so.
Yeah. So the announcer giving some credits there to Chef City coaches, as well as the judges as well, and the referee. So what do you know about Mitchell Jones then, Ollie, mate?
Mitchell's been around at Hallam for a little bit now, knows what he's doing. He's always down at the Sheffield City amateur boxing sessions, which is the sessions you want to be at if you want to start to improve as a boxer.
Yeah, I believe it was his friend Yui who got him to, who's also competed in the box.
Yeah, he lives with Yui now actually as well, so.
It was Yui who got him into boxing, and yeah, I believe he had recently an amateur bout before, which he won just a few weeks ago as well.
Yeah, so Kalen again fought at Bucks. Came short within the first fight, however, nice display of boxing. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, Kalen as well. I believe he has had, this is going to be his 3rd amateur bout. He's recently fought at Bucks as well as fighting at an amateur show before that. So he's got a bit of experience from that as well.
Mitchell looking really comfortable, just walking around the ring, flicking the arms out, flicking the legs out. It's what you want to see from your fighter.
It's quite interesting. These guys had a spar day before against each other, which went on a split decision, and it went in favour of Kalen. So this could be, again, a very close matchup. Could go really either way. And this is, by the way, the last bout of the evening. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the show.
Big cheer from the Hallam crowd. Doesn't matter that we've lost the Varsity, it's important that.
Big cheer there for
even bigger cheer from Uniov. I think it's nice that the Hallam crowd still back the fighters.
Oh yeah, you have to stay. You have to stay with your fighters to the very end, no matter how the score is going. So it's good to see the Hallam lot staying around, cheering on their fighters. And here we go, first round of the final bout of this evening.
Lovely right hand there from Mitchell.
That lands cleanly
straight
there.
Down the pipe to Kalen. Both of them looking very composed, trying to figure each other out.
Yep.
Think Mitch needs to set that right hand up with the jab.
He seems to be loading that right hand there. It was a nice little right hook there from Kalen. Looks like he's trying to feint a bit with that jab as well, Kalen. The right hand just misses for Mitch. Oh, and that's another good right hand, and another good right hand. And from that, Mitch clinched there just to get Kalen against the ropes. Try to recover a bit.
Again, Mitch keeping a very nice hand positioning, protecting his face.
keeping that guard up. That's what you want to do.
3-4 punch combinations, the ones you want to be throwing.
And that's a good combination back from Mitch.
Again, caught with a nice right hand, and Mitch acknowledges that as well. Little nod, but then fires back from his own.
So far, quite an equal round so far, I'd say.
Be nice to see Mitch drop it down to the body, lower Kaelin's guard a bit. But as you can see, his guard is already fairly low when he's out of distance.
Both boxers getting their jab hand out, trying to feint and trick the other fighter. Uniov nice shouting Kaelin's name. That's another right hand. He's getting a lot of success with that right hook, I'd say, from Kaelin. So you should definitely work on that.
Yeah, I would agree with you. But again, Mitch controlling the centre of the ring right now. Again, cutting the ring off nicely as well.
Right hand
off there, that right hand. I think Mitch is quite aware of that right hand now. Triple jab cross there, lovely, landed right on the bell.
Good start there, I'd say.
Callum Jacob again in the corner of the Hallam.
He's been here for ages,
Hallam boxer, yeah, he's been here for ages. And again, one of the coaches at Sheffield City.
Yeah.
So, again, in very good hands. And then Gav again.
Totally recommend that boxing gym. But yeah, I mean, I think from Mitch's end, just watch out for that right hook over the top. Try to keep his guard tight on the right side of his
I think it's important as well when Mitch is throwing combinations to step in, move his feet with his hands so he finds more success when he's landing.
Definitely, yeah. For Mitch, for Kaelin, so I'd say again, work with that. Again, I liked what he was doing with his jab, like waving it up down to the body as well, trying to feint, and then throwing his right hands, trying to trick Mitch and what he's going to throw. Both boxers back into it for round 2. Again, powering that little jab hand.
Lovely shot.
Good shots there from Mitch.
Oh, big shot by Kaelin.
A good counter from Kaelin has knocked Mitch down. The referee is giving standing 8.
Doesn't stop that. No, good, nope, perfect. That's what we like to see. Let them go in. But Kaelin will probably put his foot on the gas here now. Has Mitch rocked?
Yeah, I think Kaelin's smelling blood right now. He's trying to get more shots in there.
Mitch needs to box carefully here. Jab in, jab out. Yeah. Box on the outside. Stay away from that right hand. Let himself recover. Because that's not where he wants to be up close with him. And again catch him with that right hand. Absolutely fine. Referee didn't say break. That seems to have rocked Mitch's confidence a little bit.
He's being a bit more cautious at his entry now.
It's important for him to keep that left hand high though, because as you can see, that right hand every single time Kaelin's throwing it, it's landing. Jab straight down the middle.
So that jab right hand, that's working for Kaelin really well. Every few times, both boxers clinching in and then breaking again.
Mitch gets him into this corner here.
Better now for Mitch now.
Lets him out.
His hands are down.
Keep his hands up, yeah. There we go.
That's not cockiness.
He needs to respect the power behind Kaelin. He's already been dropped by him once. Hands need to stay up. Even when you're out of range, it only takes a split second to switch off and you can find yourself on the canvas again. There we go.
Left and right.
Lovely again, right hand there.
Better minute this round for Mitch, and a good finish there, I think.
Yeah, I think Kaelin did well to get the knockdown there.
That definitely might have counted for something, I think.
Yeah, I think more of his confidence. Yeah. Like we said earlier, you know, knockdowns, they don't count in amateur boxing.
Yeah, definitely.
But it definitely helps the fighter with their confidence, helps them move forward throughout the fight, and it also potentially lowers the confidence of the fighter that's been knocked down to the canvas.
Yeah, if you see your opponent go down on the floor like that, you really feel that you've got the power in your hands to get that finish, and you really get that confidence in you. Whereas the boxer who's taken that heavy hit, he needs to regain his confidence, regain his composure, and this is probably what Kawateri is telling Mitch right now. Just to try to do what he's good at. Try not to get too jumped in as well a few times. He was jumping in a few times, getting caught with that right hook.
Yeah. Gav seems to be quite comfortable talking to Kaelin in the corner there. Probably repeat and do the same thing.
Final rounds of the final bouts this evening. Right hand connects again for
again, dropping
Kaelin.
it down to the body and then bringing it back upstairs. Lowering the guard of Mitch, landing to the head afterwards. Lovely boxing from Kaelin. Mitch firing back with a 3-punch combination, landing.
Needs to get his hands a bit up, Mitch. That's better. That's what you like to see.
Lovely left hand there, landed on the right side of Kaelin's
Again,
thighs.
right hand over the top. Mitch needs to watch out for that. Maybe some body shots would work as well for both boxers. Both of them, again, looking for the head quite a bit here. Try to mix up a bit. That's again a good right hand.
Yeah, all it takes from mixing up to the body, like I've said before, it just lowers that guard and it creates gaps, breaks their rhythm. I'd like to see Mitch a little bit more active with the jab. Disrupt Kaelin's
Mitch's body language, I'll say, it looks a lot better this round now as well. He seems to be more on the front foot. Seems to be a bit more confident now. Kaelin a bit back on the corner now a bit.
He's looking for
swinging
that big
a bit now as well.
Right.
Can't be swinging too many shots. You still have to keep it basic at times.
Oof. Caught Kaelin there. He needs to be on the front foot now.
Yeah, when you catch a box, your opponent like that,
looks
you need to go forward.
now, swinging wildly, but Mitch needs to pick up on this and apply the pressure. Nice jab there from Mitch. Again, that right hand, every single time Mitch comes in, it lands.
The last 10 seconds of the final bout this evening. Both boxers really giving it everything they have. This could be, again, a close finish. And it is the end of the round. And the end of this bout. So
I'm going to choose not to say anything.
I'm not going to say anything at all.
Because it'll be wrong.
Yeah, completely. need a team, need a decision way. I have no idea.
I think it's important to mention as well that, like I said, most boxers that fight on this Varsity show, they train together in the same gym.
Oh yeah.
So the respect that they have for each other, I haven't seen a single bout where they haven't gone over, given each other a hug, congratulated one another.
Yeah, no, a lot of these
that's a really special thing about boxing here at Sheffield.
Yeah. A lot of these boxers know each other outside the ring. They go for drinks. I'm imagining a lot of these boxers out after this decision will be going out on West Street.
I'm sure everyone will see each other at the Varsity after party,
enjoying themselves.
Bragging rights to Uni of.
A split decision. Let's see where it's going to go. And it is
well done to
the red corner. And Mitchell has won the fight for Hallam.
And that just shows that the standing counts, they don't mean anything.
That's all, no.
It was a nasty knockdown, but Mitch recovered very nicely. Kept his composure throughout the majority of the fight. And having a little boogie in the middle of the ring, little celebration.
I don't blame him at all. And what a way to end the show.
That's what I mean by the respect between fighters. They probably train outside having a photo together at the end of the fight. That's what you really like to see.
Well, a lot of the fighters, I'm not sure if you've seen a lot of the fighters at the end of each bout, they've gone outside the ring and took photos together as well. It's all for the memories as well. This is something, you'll be looking back on for many years in the future. Remember very fondly as well. Yeah.
So that concludes the Varsity for 2025. I'd say it was a very good show, very entertaining, nice dust-ups.
Lots of
some nice displays, some nice displays of technical boxing.
Also a lot of twists and turns there.
And this man, Brendan Warburton, MBE,
presenting the Varsity trophy
to Uni of again.
Yeah. Well, being third year now, but best of luck to Hallam for next year as well. I mean, I'm sure they'll be back for it. And it is a win for the University of Sheffield for Boxing 2025.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
All the boxers from Uni of going into the ring, celebrating. They should be very pleased about themselves, about the performance. And again, as I said about Hallam team. I'm sure they will be back next year.
Yeah, really nice. Again, there'll probably be a group of Hallam and Junior.
Yeah,
flowers being thrown into the ring there. Coaches getting involved, Brendan getting involved.
It's not just the boxers that put a lot of effort, it's also the coaches. You know, particularly, you know, Jack Whiteman and Ollie Webster from Uni Off have been coaching these boxers at the sessions as well. And here we go. University of Sheffield are the winners for Boxing Varsity 2025. And Ollie Webster is presenting the trophy to the cameras.
He's loving it.
It's, yeah.
I'd love it.
Yeah, you have to be jubilant in that situation. The boxer of the evening. And Dolly Forster has won Boxer of the evening for the first bout as well, which was a good display there.
Yeah, I mean, Dolly boxes regularly at Sheffield Amateurs. She's close with the coaches, as you can see.
And that's very well deserved there.
Very proud of herself, yeah.
And all the boxers there getting together for a photo. One last hurrah.
I agree.
All right, guys.
What a night it's been. What a brilliant night. 8-4 again to Uni Off. Alex, what do you make of that? You couldn't bounce back this year.
You know what? The same score as last year to an absolute T, and it was deserved. I can't argue with that whatsoever. We put up a good fight, but in the end, thoroughly deserved for Uni Off.
Yeah, Lucas, come on. You've had fun. You've had fun tonight. Tell us about it. Wrap it up.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant night of boxing. 8-4 once again, but it doesn't really matter the score. Come on, it's a brilliant night of boxing. All these fighters turned up. Some of them, it was their first time fighting. What a night of boxing. Great event. Yeah, so brilliant. So much fun. I've loved it here.
Couldn't ask for anything more. Couldn't ask for anything more. You know, we've seen knockouts today. We've seen stoppages. We've seen towels thrown in. Like, it's got everything for everyone, you know. Energy off the roof. Referees were all right. I can't lie. I was a bit mad at some of the decisions, but you know what? I'll back them, you know. Brilliant energy all throughout. Hallam here, Uni here, and they just did really well. So, have you boys got a fight of the night?
Honestly, the first one, 1000% the first one, absolutely fantastic. Quick off the blocks, and you know what? They impressed me, and it really set the scene for the night.
How about you, Lucas?
I'd say it wasn't necessarily that first one. We've obviously just seen she won fight of the night, but actually I thought that fight with Ben Chilton and versus Jack Price just now, I think it was fight 9 or 10. That was a brilliant fight, really close between two of them. I think it was a split decision. I think Chilton won it. Oh no, it might have been unanimous. But anyway, brilliant fight. That was my favourite of the night. Yeah, definitely.
No, for sure. I think the quality in the second half, there was definitely more technical ability rather than just, you know, knocking out, you know, people taking their time getting those punches in. How would you rate that second half compared to the first one?
Mate, unbelievable. You know, you thought it couldn't be taught, but we went straight into it and we saw everything. We saw some bad injuries that you don't like to see, but just shows the quality on showing the night. Like you said, we had the towel thrown in, there were a lot of blood, a lot of blood shown, a lot of resilience, a lot of courage, and yeah, honestly, it just got better and better as the night progressed.
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, 10-6 to Uni Off now for Varsity. Stay tuned. Forge TV, Sports Park coming right up.